Well, hello campers, lovers of the great outdoors. You know, there's a lot of videos on YouTube right now about knives that is. And Blackie Thomas has got a video right now. He's going to give his knife away. I guess you can hear the bugs. Sorry. But anyway, today I want to talk to you about knife maintenance, okay? I mean, you know, there's a lot of folks, more than they care to admit, that when it comes to keeping their knives sharp, they don't quite hit the mark. It's just the way it is. There are so many ways to sharpen knives, it's unbelievable. I myself taken the journey of Arkansas rocks and whetstones and ceramic rods and diamond sharpeners, you know, the little kind with the V like this. I can't remember what you call them, but anyway, you know, there's just so many of them. But what I'm excited about is at Blackie Thomas's gathering, William Collins put a little lick on one of my knives, and he had a very cool tool that I'm going to show you with a similar tool that Homer Mayo and I purchased at Sportsman's Warehouse. There goes the traffic. Slidell, Louisiana. I really believe in this tool, and I believe that this tool will help you to get rid of that knife sharpening anxiety. You know, I mean, that's a real thing. I mean, some people, I got this knife, you know, like Mike. I've got this knife, but man, I don't want to mess it up. I don't want to mess it up. And let's take a look at this technique. I'm not saying it's the only one, but for me, this is the easiest way to sharpen a knife that I've ever encountered in my life. And it may work for you. I'm not saying it's the only way, but I am saying that it's a way that works. All right, this little tool is the EZ, as in zebra, EZ lap diamond sharpener. Okay, has a brass handle, and to make it work, you simply unscrew it. Here it is, and then screw it on this way. Okay, and you're ready to go. Has this little, I don't know what this material is made out of, but it feels like some type of impregnated canvas of some sort. It's really thick, kind of robust. Not a bad little thing. Keep your stuff together. But now, what I want to say without any reservation is that this tool right here, by itself, alone, with no stropping, will give you a really nice field edge on a knife, provided that the knife was initially sharpened well. Okay, if your knife's just dead flat down the blade, underneath the blade, well you can have more work to do than maybe one of these little dudes will do. But let me show you how it works. The knife I'm going to work on today is a Condor bush lower knife. Okay, now the edge is okay, but it's not great. And so what I'm going to do, all that I have done is just take the knife, and you want to maintain the same angle. Now you don't have to grind hard on this knife. Okay, I go about 3 or 4 times. If, you know, come back, try to watch your angle. I have gloves on just to demonstrate for those that aren't really used to doing this, the importance of the safety aspect. Then I'm going to go 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, and 1. Now that's it. Okay, now this, hopefully, yeah, now that's not too bad. That's not too bad. But you know what? This knife, I haven't sharpened it in some time. It needs a little more. I'm just going to leave this glove off right now. And really, I'm good here. I'm not so great here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. That was a bad lick on one of them. 1, 2. 1, 2. 1, and 1. Now let's see what we have. Now, definitely feeling the difference there. Now, what I have now really is a good, serviceable field edge. Will it shave? No, it won't. Especially it won't because I didn't bring my leather strop. Now, you can strop your knife, or I'll show you, I'm sure you've seen this before, but if you haven't, let's go take a look at another way that you can get your knife, hopefully, hair popping sharp. If you don't have a leather strop, well, don't sweat it, because you can use a car window. It may not be as easy to use as a leather strop, but it still works. Bring this thing down some. Watch your angle. This isn't complicated, guys. If you're new to knife sharpening, I would recommend that you don't take your best knife, but take another one. And put in the time and practice and learn this skill for yourself. It will be a skill that will stay with you and serve you well for years to come, for the rest of your life, actually. It's worth learning. Ask any woodsman, he'll tell you learning how to sharpen a knife is about as essential as knowing how to swim. Now let's see if we got her sharp enough, or if we need to go back out there and do something else. Let's make sure this thing focuses. Watch out for these mussels, they may jump out on you. Okay? And there you go. There you go. I know there's a lot of ladies that, you know, they'd pay 50, 60 bucks for a couple of locks of that hair. Just kidding, ladies. Don't get upset. Well, there you go. This one's a shaving edge, but is it necessary to have a shaving edge on all your knives? I don't think so. A good field edge where you don't even strop it. Just go ahead and hit it a couple licks, so it'll take care of your wood tasks and everything. That's really most of the time all you need. The razor, when do you need a razor edge? Really, when do you need it? When you're skinning, when you're cutting meat, when you're cutting veggies, particularly like tomatoes and things like that, you want a nice, really sharp edge. But for doing woodcraft, okay, where you're cutting on a piece of wood or something like that, I personally don't believe that it's essential for you to have, you know, a hair popping sharp knife. I don't. However, I will say I would rather have a sharp knife any day than a dull one that won't cut. Another thing, full disclosure, this is this Condor knife. What I found about the Condor knives personally is that they do lose their edge fairly quickly. Maybe not as quick as some, but because of its 1075 steel, it doesn't hold quite the edge. Okay, that's just a fact. But the upside is that these are, in my opinion, a little easier to sharpen. Okay, so you saw in real time just how long it takes, you know, but the edge wasn't in terrible shape. It was a little dull in that spot where I showed you, but hey, we got it going now. I hope this video will help a lot of you guys that maybe are just starting out, or even some of you old timers that just looking for something a little bit faster than an Arkansas rock. Although there are masters that can with Arkansas rock, and you know, good Lord, it'll cut cable, you know, and not lose an edge. But I'm not one of them. I'm just a common everyday Joe, medium skill level. As you can see, the technique works. It really does. If some people say, well, you started off with a sharp knife. Well, if I started off with a sharp knife and I was doing it wrong, then it'd be dull when I got done, right? So it does work, okay? Now, is this technique right for you? It'll cost you about 17 bucks to up to 25 bucks to find out. I like the speed of this sharpening technique. I like its effectiveness, and I'll be using this for a long time until they come up with a better way to do it. Thanks for hanging out as always. You mean a lot to me, and I hope this car gets the hell out of the way so I can finish. I hope that you'll give it a try if you're having trouble sharpening knives. I hope you get results. Till next time, from Donnie Pavlini Outdoors, keep your knives sharp. We'll see you in the woods. Take care.